Um, Today I think I'll start with the fact that I have cancer and how I found out I had cancer. There's nothing particularly special about it, but here's how it happened. In February of 2009, I had a physical with my doctor, and she said, David, you're overweight, which was nothing new with me. Come back in July and weigh less, basically. That's what she said. So the months went by and July was approaching the July date. I don't remember the date. And I didn't really weigh less. I mean, I might have weighed 2 or 3 pounds. So I was going to basically just brush her off and reschedule the appointment for sometime in August or September and then try to concentrate on losing weight then. You know how it is. Anyway, I had a slight pain in my side in New Hampshire one day, in Claremont, New Hampshire. And I thought, well, maybe I'll keep the appointment. That was 3 days before the appointment. It went away 2 days before the appointment, but I went to the appointment, which was at 8 o'clock in the morning, and I just decided to go anyway. And usually those appointments end by, say, 8 o'clock. I'd be gone by 8:30. On this particular day, I was in by 8 and gone by 5 in the afternoon. I mentioned to her that I'd had a pain on my side. She asked me where. I said it felt like kind of an appendix pain or a stitch one might get after running. She said, well, we're going to take a look at it. And we did. We took a fairly extensive look at it. And all I remember is sitting in her office and her coming to, bustling down the hall, not yelling, but saying in a very loud voice, "Oh my God, you've got cancer! You've got cancer!" And I thought to myself, my first reaction was, "What a lousy bedside manner." And she kept repeating the fact that I had cancer, and then she sat down and she drew out some sketches of the liver and other organs and showed where the cancer was, how it spread to the liver. She thought it had metastasized to the liver, but she didn't know where it had come from or was coming from. And we discussed that for a while. But after she set in that I had cancer, I remember thinking immediately, oh my God, this is not going to sit well with Becky. Becky is my 15-year-old daughter. She's the youngest of my children, including my stepchildren. And I absolutely adore her, as I do all my children, but I just felt that she's too young to have this kind of news dropped on her. And I really felt very badly about the fact that she was going to have to be told that her dad had cancer.
That's great. And we actually, Paula Harris and I, mainly Paula, I asked her, not
I remember that part of the day better than any other.
If we had a tool for all of the patients to look at while they were,
So I then called Catherine, and I asked Catherine to get on the phone with my doctor, because Catherine, I always said she would have been a doctor had her own father lived. But she has wonderful medical instincts, and I wanted her to talk to my doctor to find out more specifically what was wrong with me. And she did that, and she had a long conversation with my doctor, who didn't really like her probing questions, I could tell, but Catherine didn't care about that. Anyway, after she was finished, I got in my car and I went home, and I don't really remember what happened for the rest of the day, except that I do remember still thinking about Becky. So that's all I have to say on that subject right now. Lake Morey's a place in Vermont we've been going for the last several years. It's a beautiful spot, sort of 50-ish, and very comfortable when we go there. When I say 50-ish, I don't mean it's 50 years old, although it probably is 50 years old. What I mean, it has a 50-ish feel about it.
From the 50s?
Yes.
Oh.
From the 50s. So,
And who used to go to Lake Morey?
well, I used to go to Lake Morey. You used to go to Lake Morey. Your brother-in-law went to Lake Morey. I don't know. Who went to Lake Morey?
Who was missing? Oh, we can't put this in there.
Oh. Well, not all the relatives turned out to show up at Lake Maury. But that's a whole nother story and another tape for which we would need many discs. Anyway, life kind of went on. I don't remember the day of this conversation I had with Dr. Brown, in which she told me I had, quote, cancer.
It was July 29th.
But what was the day? Was it a Saturday? Because when did we go to Lake Maury?
We went to Lake Maury like August 2nd, a few days later.
Okay.
And you scheduled your biopsy the biopsy would happen when we got back. But you were
that's
very,
right.
very agitated during the whole trip to Lake Maury
Well, I drove to Lake Maury by myself.
because you were going to a business meeting in the middle of it.
Yeah, and because I remember getting a conversation from Josh, and it was just about at Lake Maury that they had lost another baby,
Right.
and I was very upset by that.
So they didn't come to Lake
So
Maury.
they did not come to Lake Maury.
We got you a big fat Ativan prescription, but you were still very, very agitated. I remember
couldn't-
you sitting in the common room of the resort and you just couldn't settle down at all. You wanted to know the answer to all these questions, exactly what
I
you
couldn't
said.
relax at Lake Maury. I just, I didn't really want to be there. I wanted to know what was going on with my body, you know, what I had, and I felt that I had cancer. I was almost positive I had cancer, and I felt the cancer was fatal.
Did you really right from the beginning, hon?
Yeah, right from the beginning.
What?
Well, because I sometimes, not always, but sometimes in life I take the negative. I have the negative thought.
Oh, so it's not
Sometimes
like
I have the positive thought, sometimes I have the negative thought, but
it's not like you had an intuitive feeling. It was just that.
no, it's not like I had. I just felt that this is not going to be good. This is not going to be good news. I'm going to have cancer, and they're going to tell me I'm not going to survive it.
Okay.
I didn't know how long or anything like that, but so with that was in the back of my mind up at Lake Maury. I remember getting a back rub.
Your wonderful wife
for
paid for a
45
massage
minutes.
for you.
Yes, my wonderful wife paid for the massage
Trying to
or
relax
back
you.
rub, trying to relax me. And I remember being about halfway through it and thinking, when will this be over? So I don't get, no, excuse me, edit that out, Josh. So I don't, so I don't think I got a lot out of that massage. And eventually I went home, and I went and I got my biopsy. I'll tell you, I wasn't looking forward to the biopsy. First of all, I had a series of setbacks trying to get the scans, the necessary scans, so I could have a biopsy, and there were various procedures that were fouled up, and I was getting more and more frustrated. But I finally had the biopsy, and I thought, this isn't going to be very painful, because this is going to be pretty painful, because I looked at the needle, and the needle looked like a yarn needle. I mean, not that thick, but long. And I thought, that's going into me? But the doctor, the two doctors were conferring, and it seemed to me they shouldn't be conferring quite as much as they were, because they were conferring about where to put the needle, and I thought, well, isn't this something you guys do every day? Why are you trying to guess where the needle should go? Anyway, they put me down and they relaxed me, and one doctor came up to me and he said, I'm going to give you a shot, and this is the worst anything's going to hurt. So he gave me a shot into my side, and it didn't hurt at all. So the